Hey students, today we're going to be creating the background of our Canadian Mounties. So just put your name and your teacher code on the back of your paper and let's get started. We're going to start right in the center of our paper closer to the top, and we're going to put a dot with our pencil. Then we're going to create a wavy line that comes down towards the bottom of the paper and runs off the edge of the page. This is going to be where the body of water is. Now we're going to create a V shape. This is going to be a tree. We're going to come in a little bit and then we're going to drag those lines out again, pull some lines back in and come back down, out again. And we're going to repeat that again on the other side, drawing a V shape, coming in a little bit, and then pulling it back down some more until it reaches all the way to the bottom of the page. And you can make this however you want with your trees. I'm going to add a couple of them. If you only want two, that's totally fine. You just want to think of your composition and how things are laid out on your picture. As you can see, I'm using some wavy lines to create water that looks like it's moving a little bit, rippling in the water. And then the background is going to be a bunch of mountains. And the mountains are going to be overlapping. These are pretty basic shapes. We're creating like a gigantic steep hill with a top that is going to look like it has snow on the top. Creating that layering is going to show space as if the mountains are really, really far in the back, and then the water and the trees are the middle ground, and then your Canadian Mountie is going to be placed the very foreground or the front of your picture. We're just trying to fill the background with some mountains, and then you can even go in and add a couple birds in the sky, just because there's a little bit of space up there that we can kind of balance it out a little bit. Now that we've completed our drawing, we can now take a Sharpie and trace over top of our lines or outline our picture. Once you're done tracing your lines, go in with an eraser and erase any pencil lines that might still be showing. The way we're going to color this picture is very unique, so I'm going to ask that you watch me and then I'll have you guys start your project. So we're going to give full instructions right now. We're taking the colors, and this style is going to be outlining our shapes. So creating the mountains to be like a purple tone. If you want yours to be, like gray or something, that's fine. And we're going to trace these just on the edge. Notice that I'm making that line really, really thick. Now, I'm not filling in the lines or on the inside of the picture. I am just tracing around the outside and creating a really, really thick line. And you'll see why here in a moment. I'm going to do that to all of my spaces, and then I will show you the magic. I did add a couple dashed lines on the inside, and it's just going to help create that magical effect here in a second. So that's kind of an important detail to try to help with this coloring. All right, here we go, guys. We are going to take a doggy dish and with some water in it with a paintbrush. And this is going to act just like watercolors. We're going to use that water to re-wet the marker on our paper. And it's going to just kind of fill in the areas that were white. It's really, really cool. It's really just causing the marker to bleed out a little bit. and re-wet on the paper so it can be spread around to act like a watercolor. Be careful, make sure that you're using your paintbrush like a ballerina, and she's staying up on her tippy toes. You don't want it to be super, super wet. You want to control the amount of water that you're using on your paper. If it's not working, you probably need a little bit more water, but if you're pooling up and it's spilling outside the lines, you're probably using too much water. You're going to do this style for the entire picture. Once you're done, it will look something like this.